Hello again. We have just finished killing the rotten, so now we have a ton of souls to burn. We're going to start by leveling up endurance. We'll go up to 35. We could get away with just 26. That gives us an extra attack with the rapier and an extra shot with the blackbow, but it's close, and you don't really want to cut it that close with endurance if you don't have to. So 35 will give us a bit of leeway. Also going to use this Estus flash shard because I forgot to earlier. Yeah, 35 endurance gives us some leeway, and it also gives us an extra attack with the longbow, which is going to be useful for a little while longer. So 35, and then a note on ADP and agility. The next iframe is at 105 agility, which only requires 32 ADP. The next iframe after that isn't until 111 agility, and that takes a lot more ADP, 48. So that's a pretty expensive iframe. But since this is a no-hit run, iframes are pretty much the most important stat we can get. It's worth the investment. Next, we're going to come over for the next 3 bright bugs and all the fire bombs we can carry. Fire bombs are cheap and we never want to run out, so just get as many as you can. And then we're going to go to McDuff to restock arrows. If you feel your arrow count is high enough at this point, you could just press on, because we're going to come back here later to upgrade the Blackbow, so you could just restock arrows then. But if Forlorn invades, you might be pretty pressed for arrows, so it's probably a good idea to get some more now. I'm going to get 400, and that should last the rest of the run. We're not going to be using iron arrows too much anymore. Pretty soon we'll have magic and lightning and poison. So 400 arrows should be about 200 more than we really need. But they're cheap and we don't want to run out. It's really bad to run out of arrows, so we get extras. Hit the tree, please. Thank you. Next stop is Vengarl for lightning resins. I'm going to grab this while I'm on the way there, because free stuff. And then we talk to Vengarl. He likes to talk a lot. And we're going to buy 20 lightning resins, and that should be good for the rest of the run.
Farewell.
Also going to grab this fire seed because we can sell it. Free stuff. And now we head to Drangleic Castle. We want magic arrows, lightning arrows, and the blackbow as soon as possible. So that is our top priority. Equip the stone ring for dealing with these falconers. Okay, watch out for the one on the left, he's an archer. Come on. This is not going well. Finally. Usually you can take him out before he even shoots at you. But in any case, we're fine. Now I'm going to pull this guy back. These guys are very predictable. He's going to charge at me. I'm going to backpedal and roll away from his attack. I'm going to roll in and finish him off. This next guy, who is an archer, twist your camera, lock on from around the corner, strafe out, and spam arrows. Keep strafing or the third shot will miss. Okay. This guy will kill the same way as the other one. And there we go. Now I'm going to come over here for this stuff, free souls, and also for RTSR. And equip the Morningstar for a bit of extra weight, 37%, that's fine. I'm going to jump from this ledge. There we go. There's RTSR. Now there's some enemies chasing me now, but they're slow. As long as you keep moving, they'll never hit you. And that jump can do variable damage. The ground is uneven where you land. So what angle you jump at can determine how much damage you take. But with a little extra weight, you should always end in RTSR, and you shouldn't die. It's pretty forgiving. Now we head to Shrine of Winter. Good. Now this is the reason why we needed to kill the Rotten 4 times. This door will not open if you have less than 1 million soul memory. Or, you know, you could also kill all four of the main bosses, but we're not going to do that. We want a lot of other stuff before they go to Old Iron King, say. Okay, now I'm going to kill one of these guys because it makes it much easier to get through here. Just aim and spam arrows. Normally I advise against spamming arrows on low stamina like this, but for these enemies in particular, it works pretty well. Now if you mess that up, if the enemy gets by your arrows and comes charging at you, and you have to run away, it's very annoying. It's safe. He shouldn't catch you, he shouldn't hit you, unless you do something very greedy. But it is very slow, because he will chase you all the way back to the bonfire. So you don't want to mess that up. But you'll live if you do. So now we wait for this guy to go to one side to run past. Very easy to do when there's only one of them. Doesn't even aggro. Perfect. Okay, we're almost to the castle. Take out these two guys on the ridge here. There we go. We're going to kill the next one with a rolling attack, because rolling attacks are great. And for the crystal lizard, I'll use the hammer, though you can use the bow as well. Either works. Those are the chunks. We need those chunks, so you can't afford to miss that lizard. If you do miss him, you'll have to rest at a bonfire or bone out or something and come back, and it's not easy to get back here. So you really don't want to miss that. Practice it if you have to. And now for an anti-Forlorn strat. We're going to kill these two guys. I'm going to use poison arrows just to speed things up, but if you don't want to waste the poison arrows, you can just use iron. Works fine. These guys are weak to thrust damage, so arrows kill them pretty quickly, especially with RTSR. But I have poison arrows to spare, so might as well. Okay, next I'm going to need wood arrows. First we'll kill this guy on the left, snipe him up here. Now Forlorn can invade just a few steps beyond the top of the stairs, right about there. So we're not going to go that far. We're going to hang back here and try to open the door from the top before triggering Forlorn. So now I'm going to use wood arrows and shoot this guy in the chest. If you hit him in the libs, he might not stagger backwards, and we need him to stagger backwards. I need to hit him twice without killing him to push him back, or else his soul will not go to that statue. So use wood arrows, because my bow is too powerful otherwise. If I kill him in 2 shots, he won't get pushed back far enough. Aim for the chest, thread the needle between these 2 pillars, push him back, and finish him off. And there we go. Now we just sit and wait for the door to open. It takes a while, but this way we have not triggered Forlorn yet. And this is a really nasty Forlorn invasion. If we hadn't done all this, we'd have to deal with Forlorn before the door is opened. We don't have a lot of space to go. More enemies will spawn around that corner when you go close to the door. Some of those statues will come alive and attack you on either side. We don't have a lot of space to work with. And if you run past those enemies as well, they'll be coming after you too. It's a very bad invasion. It's a very rare invasion, but a very bad one. So, now the door's open, we can sprint through. And that gives us the option to fight Forlorn in this hallway if we do get invaded, which is much easier. There are going to be 2 guys coming behind me. You can just turn and kill them now if Forlorn's not invading. If Forlorn is invading, you can keep going and open this door. I'll demonstrate it. Run through, open this door, get into this room, because those swordsmen will not chase you all the way through. They'll eventually drop aggro and return, and so you don't have to deal with them. You can just fight Forlorn. But since Forlorn's not here, I'm just going to kill him. And now we can buy our magic and lightning arrows. But this guy likes to talk a lot, so this will take a while. We're going to get a lot of arrows because we never want to have to come back here. More arrows than we think we need. So I'm going to get 600 magic arrows, which would be about 100 more than I'll ever need. 400 lightning, also about 100 more than I really need. That way we shouldn't run out, because you really don't want to run out of arrows at the wrong time. Okay, now with this much damage in the stone ring, this enemy just dies. No trouble at all. Kill this guy too. I have enough health to survive this fall, so I'm just going to drop. And now we light the bonfire. And we'll call that a split. Next stop, Blackbow.